So this is a 1987 Buick Grand National in the black. Very, very good looking car. So let's go ahead and open it, get it off the stand, and remove the bands off of it. So with everything removed, now we can get a good look at it. Just like the Bel Air. What's that? Just like the Bel Air, the orange peel, but honestly to me, you can't really notice it. And I personally don't really mind. Again, if I wanted to have a car that was painted really well, you would have to be paying closer to 100, 150 or even higher to achieve a non-orange peel finish. Again, this was a $20 car, Buick Grand National on the back, and what does that say right there? Grand National, okay. It is a really good looking muscle car. Honestly, I wish they made a newer one, but with the way modern muscle cars are nowadays, it probably wouldn't represent the car well at all, and just be another Tesla looking supposed muscle car. So let's take a look at the interior. It's all molded in black, so it might be hard to see well. Using my phone flashlight, we could see a lot more, and it does look really good. Everything about it looks like it has a lot of detail. The seats, the steering wheel, the shifter, a lot of vents for this car. Incredible model. Let's take a look at the underside. Again, a lot of detail, but what is this? Just randomly sticking out. Honestly, I'm not sure what that is, but Maisto, Buick Grand National, scale 118. Again, all molded in black, which is a shame, but still a lot of detail for what we get. Let's take a look at the hood. If it can open. I don't have one of those fancy suction cups. Okay, using a tool from the Valkyrie. Try to get this open. Oh, there. Wow. Okay. Okay, so now with the engine out, incredibly impressive. However, I wish I could see more. Again, this is one peeve I have with engines molded in black. It's just difficult to see. But with a light on it, now we could see more. I'm not familiar with this engine, so I honestly have no idea what I'm looking at, but it does look pretty menacing. I know that if I had the money to get a Grand National, it would be brown. So the way the car is, but just imagine it as brown. Like, here's a couple reference photos. That's honestly, to me, the way I would do it. I don't know why I feel like you never see any brown cars anymore. I don't know if people just got tired of looking at them or what, but every now and then I'll see one, but it's usually just some sort of off-road package that they have. Like, it's always a brown car with off-road rims, tires, roof rack, but no matter what, if someone buys a off-road package, it's usually just gonna sit in the mall. So, but not a whole lot of space in the trunk at all to put anything. I was yapping again, but yeah, there's like not a whole lot of space to put anything. So the car does have suspension, as most 118 Maistos does turn. The rims on it do look good. However, I'm not a huge fan of the lettering on it. I know it on a all black car like this, I think it works. But if it was a car in any color, personally I would remove the lettering on the tires. Just something to notice about the car. It's like one thing I will say about cars that are all blacked out. As cool as they are, and as much as they remind you of Batman, to me, some cars do work well with it. This one being one of them. However, I would like a car that has more of a color so you can actually see the body lines of it. Especially if it's a McLaren, Lamborghini, Ferrari. When it's all blacked out, it's just kind of difficult to see what it really is, unless you're in front of it or in person or whatever. But at night, I know that's kind of like the point of it, so you know, you might be able to drive fast, turn off your lights, and the cops can't see you. Fine. But it's just difficult to see as a car spotter what exactly it is. Not much else to say about the Buick Grand National. It's an amazing muscle car. If only it weren't so much in real life, maybe you'd see a lot more people having them on the road. I think personally I've seen one maybe once in real life, but I could be mistaking that with another car from this era. A lot of cars were boxy like this in the 80s, which personally, most of the cars I think were kind of boring. From 80s, 90s, 2000s, regular commuter cars were kind of boring, in my opinion. But the more muscle cars, the exotics, now those were timeless designs. Other than that, not much else to say, and thanks for watching. Okay, so this is me after I already put the car away, did everything I did, but after doing all that, one thing I will say to look out for is the fingerprints. So when you're handling the car, fine, whatever, but since the car is all black, and especially when you shine a light to it, like if you're putting it in a display that lights up, or you're taking any photos with it with the flash on, the fingerprints really do show a lot. And especially with it being a flat surface, it's pretty easy to see the fingerprints. So just a little heads up, if you're gonna handle the car, handle it with like gloves or something. Keep in mind, I did wash my hands like a couple of times before this, every single time I do, just because I want to avoid this. But even then, fingerprints still do get on the car, and it's just having to keep wiping it off. Now, I don't think I'm going to be handling as much ever since I already made my video, put it away and everything, but again, just something to keep in mind. But other than that, that's it.